Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Soul Guidance with Deepthi. This is a full moon portal, a little window in each week where we try and connect with the wisdom of the spirit through the tool of the tarot and try to make the most of the incoming energies so that we can go through the week a little more mindfully to be able to live more aligned lives. I'm a tarot consultant, a healer, a counselor, a therapist, a spiritual mentor, and a coach. I assist people to understand their relationship with themselves, choose to connect with the light within, and feel more empowered to go through life, whatever it has to offer to them. And right now I'm traveling. I am in Delhi and I'm sharing this space with my sister. It's a very beautiful healing studio, and I have chosen to connect for our weekly activation from this space of alignment. So let's see what is in store for us this full moon. So the lessons that started with the new moon, the first week revealed what is coming through, how we need to get into alignment, and the full moon is now bringing into full focus everything that we've experienced in the past that stays with us in the present. And if we can bring consciousness to it at this point in time, we can change our relationship to it in the present so that automatically impacts and changes our relationship with the future, thus choosing to create a future that is more mindful, that is more aligned, that is more self-serving, leaving behind whatever does not serve us anymore. So choosing to connect with the beautiful energies of this deck, imagining a beautiful ray of golden light connecting to these beautiful cards or in any other way that feels aligned to you. Spirit, please show us what are the energies of this week guiding us towards. What is it that we can really work with in a manner that is for the highest and best? The theme for this week that we can work with. Please show us. All right, so what we're seeing is that this week, a lot of people in the collective are coming face to face with more deeper aspects of their own psyche. If you're somebody who's been doing a lot of inner work, who has really been on this journey of self awareness, self realization for the past year or so, this particular week is really bringing you deeper into your own self, and now you're beginning to see different and divergent aspects of your own persona. It's like different aspects of your personality that now are sort of coming out, they are mushrooming out, and you have to hold a lot of nurturing space for yourself this particular week. A lot of heart energy. You have to really hold a lot of compassion for yourself. Try not to judge yourself. Try not to compare yourself with somebody else's journey. Try to really reparent yourself. While you are on this journey, when you keep shedding layers, you keep coming to the innermost core of your being, which the self is just simply is. You absolutely don't need to do anything to be accepting of that self, and that self is the real creator consciousness. That is the one which is forever powerful, and which is the one really that can manifest whatever it is that you really hold in your being, in your vibration for that matter. So this week you are definitely coming face to face with many divergent aspects of your personality, those aspects that you have experienced in the past, and somehow those bits are not so prevalent or not so out in the open for yourself. This week is showing me that you are really going to come face to face with many aspects of such things, or it could be somebody that you know who could really come forward and share a memory from perhaps 2 decades ago, and then you look at yourself and you marvel and you try and think back, really what was it that I was really thinking, what was life at that point in time for me, and then you will choose to connect with the core, the energetic core of your younger self then, and try and create space in your heart in the current moment. So it's things like these that I'm really seeing that are coming forward, and you have to really be in touch with your mothering instincts, with your nourishing energies. You have to reparent yourself with a lot of love for that matter. And I'm seeing a little bit of community connect. You could have chances or opportunities where you're going to go out and meet with people, you're going to socialize with family, you're going to socialize with friends, or even at the workplace, there could be major events, town halls, symposiums where a lot of networking and community connect is going to be at play for that matter. This week is also a week, and why all of this is happening? This is really happening so that you can really merge the light and the dark aspects of your being with a lot of love. So, this week, this full moon is all about bringing a union, a spiritual union within yourself. So the shadow is also part of the dark. It is also part of the being. So can we really be all encompassing and really bring in a lot of awareness to our shadow aspects? But when we are bringing that awareness, can we choose to operate from love and choose not to judge ourselves? If it makes you curious, ask questions in a very loving manner that opens you to a bigger perspective or opens you to another view for you to look at. Please do not choose to go through the current situations with the narrative of the past. You know for yourself that you've done a lot of inner work, and that has brought you a lot of empowerment. So choose to flip the narrative and know that even though the current situation could feel a little daunting and a little challenging at this point in time, the darkness is coming up so that you can merge the darkness with your own light, and you can choose to do it with a lot of grace, with a lot of love, with a lot of compassion. And you need a lot of stability. So if you need some help, please ask out, or at least set an intention in the universe that whatever help and support I need, universe, I'm opening myself out to you. Please have my back and help those people who can support me in this process. Find a magical way to reach out to me. And when you do that, help will start pouring in from quarters unasked. And you will be on your path in a manner which is for your highest and best, and for the highest and best for everybody for that matter. And another thing that I'm really seeing is that this week is going to be a week where you're going to get in touch with your own spiritual gifts a little more. And this is going to be a week that's going to ask you to go through a lot of grounding. This is going to be a week where the energetics will be so wavy that you will feel a little unanchored. You will feel a little delusional. You will have a tendency to really start getting into your thoughts so much that you might start hallucinating. And if it's the things of the past which are really coming up, they're coming up to close the cycle. So please do not empower or amplify that energy of a narrative that's self-sabotaging and that's not self-serving. And this week is also showing me how you can tap into your spiritual gifts is if you are somebody who has a defined crown chakra or your crown center. We have different energy centers in our body, and about four centers as per your natal charts, what time you were born, where you were born, determines which of the four centers are the dominant centers for you, which are the determined centers, the defined centers, and it is in those centers that your radical power really resides. And if you're somebody whose crown chakra or the third eye, the pineal gland, is a defined energy center, you're going to have a lot of thoughts coming up for you, and you have to be able to channelize these thoughts and work with your situational power, which could be in other centers, and then you can combine that with possibly your intuition and just simply ask yourself, okay, if this is the thought that's coming to me, what about the current situation can I really use this thought for? And if it's not serving me, can I just simply let it go with a lot of love? And if it's really out there, how can I combine it with the situational power and go through it a little more in a more methodical manner and be open to seeing what that really brings in life for me. So this is really going to bring a lot of deeper spiritual awareness into your own being. This particular week is quite a powerful week, and we'll have to stay grounded. We will have to work on our base chakras and choose to go through this time of spiritual union with a lot of love and compassion in our hearts. Thank you so much for making time and tuning into this activation. Till I see you next week, take really good care of yourself and be the loving beings that you are always meant to be. Namaste.